St. Patty's Day party or maybe an Irish dinner party. What about the table? Looking for some fun ideas? We are checking in with Jim from House of Flowers in Oshkosh, who has a great idea to celebrate the green of Ireland.
When you're entertaining for St. Patrick's Day, you have a lot of options, whether you're hosting a party for yourself or if you're going to somebody's home. I'm just going to share with you a few different options that we have here at House of Flowers. So first of all, kind of the traditional oxalis plant or shamrock plant. Little white bloom, it's a small tiny bulb that we get in this time of year, comes up and blooms, and it's just kind of traditional Irish splendor, really. They've got, we've taken and just kind of decorated it up in a little burlap pot with some ribbon. Kind of basic, but it's nice and small. You can walk into somebody's home real easily with it, or you can set it on a windowsill or something like that. The second option I love to have this time of year, and I actually like them after the fact, is this Irish club moss. It's very soft, this beautiful green, literally just kind of this mossy, ferny feel. Makes you just want to like lay down in it, actually. It's just beautiful. We've just taken a couple eggs and nested them in there. Often though we'll use like some shamrocks or something like that. Likes a lot of humidity and a little bit of moisture, you know, just to be kept in the bottom of its little tray. So that's a really nice option. And if you want something deep-rooted in tradition, you have to have a Blarney stone. There's many, you know, many Irish traditions for kissing the Blarney stone, and it has a lot of different meanings. But this one here has that same Irish club moss. It's a little greener, growing literally right out of a rock. They've kind of hollowed out a piece of volcanic rock. They're very fun and kind of interesting, you know, for St. Patty's Day, but also kind of beyond. So there's three options for you that are kind of plant related. But let's go with some fresh flowers, which is my favorite. We're just taking a basic cube, glass cube, and we've taken some of our floral foam. This is that part of the rainbow series, which is the colored floral foam. So it doesn't necessarily have to be covered with foliages, because the beauty is actually in the block of foam itself. So we've taken and just soaked this really well. We're going to just drop it into one of our glass cubes. You know, again, seeing that foam is kind of part of the interesting part of it. And this is kind of our final design as to how that's going to turn out. And so, like I said, just kind of this space that you see parts of the foam and kind of the intricity of the design is kind of really interesting. So we've taken just a couple of these fresh bells of Ireland, which I don't think you can get much more Irish than that. And we've taken and just inserted those right into the floral foam. And we're just kind of following a little bit of the line here. The natural curve of the bells of Ireland, we're going to create kind of a framework here for the design. And then this, it's a foliage. It's called Scotch broom. I'm sorry. Say that 3 times fast. We're going to pull that up the other side. And these beautiful, you know, green carnations are a big thing this time of year, but we tend to stay away from the dyed green carnations. We use this beautiful natural green, kind of a pistachio green carnation. We really enjoy them really all year long. There's something to be said about a well-placed carnation in my eyes. Very long-lasting, and if you pick on some of these novelty colors, I think they are really a winner. We're going to just take a few of these little green button mums, which are called Kermit mums. We've used these in prior segments in a lot of our design. We just love the way first of all, they're long-lasting, and they really offer a lot of good texture and depth to the design. And we're going to take these green pearl-headed pins, and mums don't need a tremendous amount of water, so we're just going to kind of set them on top of the foam, and we just kind of create almost a little like if you look in this design, almost a little path through the center of it. And it, again, it adds kind of a neat, just a neat effect to the design that you typically wouldn't get if you were using regular floral foam. And then we're going to add just a little bit of this. It's called deciduous huckleberry. It's a real, no leaves, but very flexible, bendable. It's a neat foliage that's available this time of year. Kind of fun, wild, kind of a neat texture. Now we're going to just take a few of these hypericum berries, just for added texture. And then finally we're going to add a little bit of our aluminum wire, which again, I've used this in different segments. The wire comes in all different colors, so it's really great for even making, like if this were a centerpiece and you needed a table number or something in this, you could coil this up, place setting or a table number or something like that. You could coil this up and stick that in, then you could just drop your number into that. But we're just going to, for interest, add just a couple little hoops of this around. We have a lot of these elements available here at House of Flowers if you want to swing by and do a do-it-yourselfer, but otherwise we would love to create one for you and have one delivered.
Thanks, Jim. Very, very beautiful. Coming up next, we're